You've heard of the old Fedwire system. Well, what about new XRP Fedwire news that we have, where Fedwire is getting ready to be coupled with some things that's really going to give it some attributes it hasn't had in the past. We're talking maybe be able to do transactions in seconds. So what is that news? Well, it might be obvious in the title. But before we get into it, we're going to look at BTCC and the Decent Wallet, and we'll be right back. How would you like to earn an extra $100, $200, or even $500 a day? Even more than that. I have many friends that are earning money every single day trading futures on BTCC. It's a simple process. And even if you don't want to learn how to trade, you can follow a trader on the site and let him do the trading for you, and you will earn according to his trades. Sometimes I follow All the Money by Q, and his trades earn me money. He has a 93% success rate, and he earns a great percentage. So even if you don't know how to trade, there's a way to make money. But I suggest learn how to trade, earn you some extra money on BTCC. It's easy. You do not have to KYC, and you don't have to use a virtual private network. This is a wonderful site. They've been around since 2011. Give them a shot. Also, when you earn that extra money, you can store that in your Decent Wallet. The Decent Wallet was not affected by the recent XRPL debacle, where the back door of many wallets was opened and there was a breach. So Decent Wallet was not affected by that. Decent Wallet is as safe as you keep your seed phrase. It's a wonderful product, and you can get the discount by using the link. It is the only way you can get an affiliate discount is to use an affiliate link. So that link that's popping up at the right side of the screen is the one that you use. You will also get free shipping. Pick you up a Decent Wallet today. Secure your assets. If you don't have them stored in a wallet and sitting on an exchange, then you're at risk. So pick you one up today. Thanks for looking at that. Max and I really appreciate your involvement with purchasing these things, signing up. We're developing a course that will give some basic training for BTCC futures trading, where you can earn an extra $100, $200, $500 a day. And that's no joke. That's real. The proof is in the pudding, and we got a bowl of pudding coming up for you. So today's news, man, the old Fedwire and now XRP getting involved with Fedwire in some kind of way. What do you got for us, Max?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is a brand new update. A while back, dating back maybe 1-2 years, I was talking about a future collaboration of Ripple XRP and Volante with specifically this. I believe I did that outline with Rue Black, and I'm glad to share another update about this. Shout out to our brother in community, Smoke. As we pull this up, you will see what we're talking about here, and we will definitely get into the specifics, because when you see Smoke with all caps of the exclamation marks point out that XRP can facilitate settlement for traditional systems such as Fedwire through Ripple-enabled partnerships such as Volante, well, that caught my attention, because I said to myself, yeah, you know what, been there, done that. What does Smoke have in that regard? Well, before we play the right side with the highlights, let's actually provide you an interview. Now, I want to state this real quick. I know a lot of you guys don't like the 2x speed or sped up. He, as a Smoke, sped this up a little bit. So whatever the case be, if you're the type of person you don't like it too fast, just go to that little gear on the bottom right, and you could pull it back. If you're on premium version, you can set up to whatever custom playback you want, but you're going to notice this is a little bit faster than normal. So I do apologize for that, but nonetheless, let's go ahead and play this. And basically, here we go.
Detail in depth in the particular products. I know that there's a lot of new things that you're working on. Some things that you'd like to share with us.
Sure. Today, I think we have announced one more product which helps the latest technology, blockchain technologies, with these open ledger technologies. We are already, it's just out for the last few months, I guess, with one of the companies called Ripple. and we have already partnered with them, and we have a working product which we have demoed it here, and we are going to demo that to a lot of our customers as well. And we're getting a lot of good traction there, saying customers have looked at it and they're saying this is great because it's when they're thinking about these things, when we show the solution, they really love it.
Very interesting for me because, of course, as you mentioned, blockchain is getting a lot of coverage, and I think a lot of people still associate it very much with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. That might not have given the right image of blockchain. So it's really refreshing to hear that there's other applications in financial services, and that you've actually brought some of that into the market. I'd like to hear a little bit more.
Again, you're absolutely right, because blockchain has been associated with Bitcoin. A lot of people have not been looking at other things, but I think now the knowledge of blockchain technology is becoming a little more popular, and people are learning more on how it can be used, right from the securities market to the payments market, the settlements and all that. I think as we go forward, again, there will be a lot of excitement regarding that, and there will be a lot of new players, and eventually there will be shake-up, and then some of the leading players will settle down as the leading leaders. But what we are trying to do is, it really doesn't matter which vendor you go with, which technologies we go with. Our architecture itself is built in such a way that we are. I would like to use this phrase called future-proof, which will support you as the technology change or industry change, but you'll be able to address it in a very agile fashion to address those needs as you go forward.
All right, there's a little bit more to this, and I'm going to share this last part of it before I kick it over to Will. And again, I understand it was a little fast, but at least you saw some of the visuals. You always rewind it, hit that gear, tune it to your own liking. Let's pull this up, and basically it's a little bit more from our brother in the community, Smoke. What does he have? Well, it's this. And like it says, as we pull up on the other tab, make it that much bigger, you will see how he mentions through the highlight Volante Technologies, one of the most respected global providers of payment solutions, is settling transfer using XRP through a link with Ripple. Also mentions, I don't know why Smoke didn't highlight it, and that's okay. Volante says this platform can be deployed to settle payment through XRP token. This according to the firm. On top of that, it says you have the whole thing of the tech firm made the disclosure, at least on Twitter then, because it used to be called Twitter, now known as X, after an inquisitive XRP user sought to know whether XRP would be made possible as a settlement mechanism for First American Trust, FSB, was just selected, at least at that time, Volante Technologies, US Fedwire as a service in the cloud. Volante responded that customers can make the use of XRP on its platform since it is connected to Ripple. All right, I'm going to jump back in. I want to inject something before I kick it over to Will. So, Will, the way I look at it is this. You and I just did an outline the other day that highlights specifically in the documentation on that pamphlet. Bottom left area, if you remember how it says Swift, and then we did the side-by-side comparison. Top left, I believe, said MX. So again, old system from the 1970s to present. That changes, obviously, November 22nd, 2025. And then on the right side, ISO 222 messaging with MX. Coexistence period ends, MX takes the cake. Now, if you think about it, you were talking about Fedwire. Yeah, it's that old system. But in the documentation, and even from the interview from that gentleman from Volante, it seems clear as day that Ripple XRP will represent that new system. And again, back to the code, man, oh man, I think all the ducks have lined up, and this is why we're bringing everybody all this constant info, literally daily, just about Swift's new switch and even Fedwire, etc., etc., etc. Your thoughts?
Yeah, even if Fedwire isn't affiliated with XRP, they chose Volante. Well, Volante uses XRP. With 1,700 different MDAs that were presented at the time of the lawsuit, saying, hey, don't talk about all these because all these companies, all these institutions and banks don't want to be revealed yet, that they're conducting business with us. Volante is just one, and it's think of it. How many different institutions is XRP and Ripple affiliated with that as they're making deals, it's just a huge funnel that is just going to bring tons of money through XRP and Ripple. Again, value added to XRP. And then the mystery of 1,700 other different banks and institutions. How many of those are involved with the same thing like Volante? Just another reason why XRP can go to $10,000. You know, if I had to, label every time something so big comes out that just so much more money added to XRP, that would be the title to get people to see it. And also to reveal the reality that XRP going up in giant price because of these things is something that just makes me look at my bag and go, yeah, you're really going to be paying off a lot here in the near future. So there again, here we have another good job done by Ripple and XRP in coupling up with Volante. And now Volante is bringing the goods with Fedwire.
Yeah, legacy systems, the old systems, the on, the off ramps, mandates. There's so much to wrap our heads around, but we'll do more than bring it to you guys. So thank you again for tuning in. This is somewhat of a brief video. I want to thank you guys once again. If you listen to the entire outline, simply do us a favor and type in this keyword into the comments, and that is Volante, as in VOLANTE, and we'll know that you listened to the entire outline. On behalf of myself and Will Fix, know what you have, know why you hold it. The research trumps FUD 110%. We will see you on the next one.
Waking up in the morning, God, thank God. I don't know, but the day seems kinda odd. No barking from the dog, no smog, and Mama cooked the breakfast with no hog. I got my grub on, but didn't dig out. Finally got a call from a girl I wanna dig out. Hooked it up for later as I hit the go, thinking, will I live another 24? I gotta go, cause I got me a drop top, and if I hit the switch, I can make the ass drop. Had to stop at a red light, looking in my mirror, not a cop in sight, and everything is alright. I got a text from Kim, we can love all night. Called up the pals and I'm asking you, which park are you playing basketball? Got me on the court and I'm trouble. Last week played around and got a triple-double. Freaking fellas everywhere like MJ. Can't believe today was a good day. Today was a good day.